Hey, the aficionados, Tim with rockbeachaquatics.com. It is January 1st, 2021. Happy New Year. I just wanted to say thank you to all our RBA super fans that have been making everything possible, that have supported us from the beginning. 2020 was a crazy year, for so many people, and we were able to persevere through everything and continue to grow, which is awesome. Not only did we, we've added some folks to our team, so I want to say thank you to those guys. Thank you to Nicole. Thank you to Scott. Thank you to Emily. Thank you to Teresa. She's my CFO. She's on the back end. She handles all the accounting and all that fun stuff that I used to do, that I don't have to worry about anymore, and it gives me more time to do other things. So again, thank you to the team. It is a lot of work that goes into making Rock Beach Aquatics possible. We've added some space on back in, actually it was in like February. I think I took it over March 1st, and then the pandemic happened. I started freaking out. I didn't know what was going to happen, like so many other businesses. And again, we were able to persevere through it through your support. So thank you. As I reflect back on 2020, because I know that's what you're supposed to do, I sat there the last couple weeks, and I just see where we're at, where the direction of Rock Beach is going to be going. And when I first had the vision of the store, it was to build a really awesome store that I could use as a set to shoot videos for YouTube, to drive people to my online store and sell my plants online, and some product and our fertilizer and our food. And things changed. The direction went a little skewed from there, and it was because we just got so busy and we grew so fast. So I had to just take a step back and kind of look back at the infrastructure as to how Rock Beach would actually work. I didn't want to have a website. I see so many websites, where you go and, the product is out of stock, and then it's in stock, and then it's out of stock. And I just didn't want to be that. I wanted to make sure that when you came to our site, we had stuff. It was there. And that's really, building out an infrastructure that is efficient and solid. And unfortunately, I couldn't do that with the amount of space that I had. So we took on the other space. We were going to start building out, moving the plant and grow out facility here in RBA and move it over to RBA 2. And it started filling up with inventory, not the green lush kind, the glassy, big boxy kind, pallets of Eco-Complete, tanks and tanks. And it really took up too much room. So I wasn't able to start building I actually changed things around over there several times. And then I started building more stuff over here, and, I'm like, okay, this is it. Back in February, when I did take over the other space, March 1st, I'd been looking at possibly moving in a bigger building, and it just didn't happen. So, we took that space, and I'm like, I'm going to work with it. We can do it. It'll be great. Well, I started building out some stuff here, adding more another 70 tanks to the store, 48 10-gallons, and I had a bunch of other stuff. Back and forth, outside, dragging stuff between two buildings. The lab is downstairs, and our plant grow out area is downstairs. Carrying boxes downstairs, twice a week, coming from the airport, down into the lab, down the stairs, off the stairs in buckets. It's just so inefficient, and I just realized I just can't continue to keep doing that. So I started looking at building. Found a really awesome building that I was going to buy. I had an investor in with me who we put an offer in the building, and was really big. It was like 19,000 square feet. It was mind-blowing how much space I could have. And we got outbid, actually. The building sat forever. All of a sudden, I'm interested in it. I'm talking it sat for like 5 years. I'm interested in it, and then bam, someone else is interested in it. I guess that's just how the way things work. I didn't end up getting the building. Probably a good thing. It needed a lot of work, hundreds of thousands of dollars of work needed to go into it. And I just, it was a good thing we didn't move forward with that. So I just kept looking at buildings. I probably should be a broker for Monroe County here in Rochester, because I know every commercial vacant space that's retail, semi-industrial, warehouse in the county. So it's pretty crazy. Found a couple spaces. One I really loved. It was really big. It was like 16,000 square feet. And, you know, it just didn't sit right with me. There was something about it in my gut. And, you know, I was an out-of-town landlord, and there was a local broker, a management company. He said something to me that was interesting. He said to the owners of the space, it was a line item on a spreadsheet. And I just didn't want to be a line item on a spreadsheet. You know, I have live animals, I have all that stuff. I really wanted to make sure that we were looked after. And that's one thing I really did like about the space here, is the person I rent the property from, the landlord, really great guy. We really connected, and you know, it's been super easy. So that was a big factor for me, you know, making sure that we get I find a landlord who owns a property that if I don't buy it, that we really have some good synergy together, because that's really, really important. And it's not only do I find the spaces, but I have to lay the space out, see how it's going to work with the water flow. You know, everything is going to still be on automatic water changes, so I need a drainage, and where's the water going to come from? So it's not like if I was opening a sneaker store, you know, you find a good location, you get some shelves, you throw it up, off you go. You know, we had to make sure the heating system was really well. I don't know if you know, but when you rent things, you're not responsible for the actual units in most cases, but you're responsible to maintain them and moving forward. So, you know, so we had to look at all those factors. So I found another space I really loved. Laid it out, it was great, and they just kind of threw, everything was good, and then last minute they kind of threw a hardball at me, a large dollar amount, taxes basically, and it kind of, I don't know, I'm like, what am I doing? That's just a whole nother, you know, thousands and thousands, almost $15,000 in taxes that we were going to have to pay per year. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I'm not doing that. So we kind of pulled out of that, you know, didn't move forward with that. And I just happened to be driving by another space down a road, and I saw a space, and I really loved it. As far as what we're able to do, you know, we need to have massive lab space. I'm going to combine both the lab and the grow-out facility into one room. So a little more efficient as far as heating, keeping everything in there, water, etc. So really big space, warehouse, one floor, and you know, there's no stairs, everything's in there, and you know, we're gonna it was gonna be perfect. Basically, that deal is a done deal. We have an LOI, which is, for those who don't know, that's called a letter of intent. So we send that in, and we kind of go back and forth. We're still a little disconnected on a couple things. I think we're going to move forward with that. I have to meet them again on Wednesday just to truly finalize things. I thought it was, and then I got another little, you know, a hard ball thrown at me, so I had to, or curveball, not a hard ball, curveball is the same. So I had to kind of reevaluate and look at things differently. But I think we're there. You know, it's basically a done deal. So yeah, so we're going to be moving. I kind of wanted to do a video, you know, one of those clickbait videos, you know, Rock Beach is closing. And actually, I'm probably going to do that with this one. I don't know. I think so. Maybe it's a little premature, but it's going to be happening either way. One of the two, there's two other buildings that I have as backup buildings that I really like as well. Just don't have 100% exactly what I wanted, but will still be really cool. So yes, Rock Beach is going to be moving, and we're going to be based on conversations with sales reps, you know, nationally. We are going to be the largest freshwater aquarium store, not only in Monroe County, in Rochester, Western New York, upstate New York, in New York State, but in the Northeast. So we will be, according to some of my reps, based on size and you know how we're at, the largest freshwater aquarium store in the Northeast. So that's pretty awesome. I'm super excited for you guys. We have more than 2.5 times the amount of tanks that I currently have to sell out of. We're going to have more display tanks. I'm going to build an awesome pond. All kinds of cool stuff. Counter, we're actually going to have 2 cash registers, or two, they're not even cash registers, 2 POS systems for checking people out, with the ability to go to 3, which is really cool. So as we grow, loading dock, ground level, you pop a door up, pallet goes in, you guys loading tanks right through there. It's going to be super easy. Going to have a whole gallery finally to start, you know, showing the tanks that we have in stock. Like, you know, RBA2 is filled with aquariums, and you guys don't know it. You don't know that I have 20 longs and 33 longs over there, which, by the way, I have 33 longs, and, you know, 65s and all kinds of oddball sizes. So those are going to be on display in the store, ready to go to be sold. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty insane undertaking. We're going to be looking at about 4 to 5 months to build out the space. So once I get the key, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be able to start working on getting the space together. You know, it's going to be nutty as I look around, you know, the store. I was here the other night, just kind of standing in here and like, you know, I'm like, my God, there's so much stuff I have to do. Yeah, it was going to be a lot, like, you know, there's to move everything, but so it'll be worth it though. And this is going to be our, I'm hoping, our last home for Rock Beach Aquatics and rockbeachaquatics.com, you know, where we can really do what I wanted to do, you know. Build an awesome store, which I think we did, but it's going to be much larger. And then once it's done, like this one, I'm not opening the door. The door will not say open on the new space until everything is done. Fingers crossed, that's the goal. So this way I can focus on YouTube and doing our videos and educational videos and giving you guys my 40 plus years of being in the hobby, you know, my experience and what I've done to, you know, make the hobby really, really fun and easy for me. A lot of people get aquariums and it's such a struggle, and it's because of even just the basics of just buying, you know, fish that aren't healthy from some stores, and you know, the wrong information, and you know, getting, you know, I see so much stuff out there in online groups, and I always preface, you know, there's a ton of online groups all over, whether it's Facebook or Reddit or different places, and I always put on there, I own Rock Beach Aquatics. I've been in the hobby as a master aquarist and a master breeder for 40 plus years. And I say that to let people know that, you know, I know what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying that in a cocky way or an arrogant way, but it's important, you know. It's when you become a master of something. I didn't decide to be a mechanic. I can change a tire, I could maybe do an oil change. I've never done one, but I wouldn't all of a sudden, you know, open a mechanic shop if I wasn't a master of it. You know, I wouldn't open a pizza shop if I wasn't amazing at making pizza. So I did what I felt I was amazing at and that I really loved, more importantly, loved doing, and that was opening an aquarium store. So I've been wanting to do it since I was literally a 5-year-old kid. I can remember the smell of water from my first aquarium. That's how insane it was, in a Metaframe aquarium that I got. And I just, you know, it's just been stuck with me so long. I am obviously very passionate about Rock Beach Aquatics and what we do. So, but again, I do it for you guys, so thank you so much. But yeah, a little long-winded. I know I haven't done a video, but it might as well just do one for January 1. So, yeah, thank you again so much. I am going to do, when I built the original Rock Beach Aquatics, I took tons and tons of pictures and short little videos, but mostly pictures. I really wasn't super great into the whole editing videos and the whole shooting the videos thing. This time around, I don't want to call it 2.0 because it really is just Rock Beach Aquatics. It's, you know, Mach 2 maybe we'll call it. I don't know, RBA Mach 2, who knows, but it's going to be the final location for us, hopefully. So I am going to be doing lots of videos along the way, talking about different things that we do and why we're doing it. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. Have a great new year. 2021 is going to be everything that you make it. So, you know, just persevere, power through everything, have your great friends and great family, and, you know, to our RBA family out there and all our friends, you know, we love you guys. So, all right, well, stay tuned, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.